AskReddit by Hopperless Gerbil 13. People with misophonia, what's the worst sound for you? Loud chewing, especially with lip smacking. In addition to these, my Mill, who lives with us on occasion, constantly sucks on her teeth. She also doesn't quite put her hearing aids in all the way so you can hear them squeaking. If I'm in a really bad headspace, a clock ticking. I used to take the batteries out of my parents' clocks when no one was home lol. Styrofoam squeaking against other pieces of styrofoam. Just fucking kill me. Me too, forget the chalkboard. And what do we have coming up? The most styrofoam filled day of the damn year. I have to make people wait until I leave the room if they are opening something with styrofoam in it. When you are listening to a podcast and you can hear their mouth parts smacking. I don't know how to describe it. Awful. I was listening to an episode of Smartless and Will Arnett said something about being mindful of the way he pronounces words with the letter P to make them softer and not pop. Even typing the word pop right now is making me cringe, and I wanted to find that man and give him a hug. Children doing that high-pitched screech. OMG. Why do they scream like that? When my daughter was small and had friends over I told them I did not want to hear that sound unless someone was bleeding. I really hate ASMR. It makes me irrationally angry. Oh god, me too. ASMR and whispering makes me feel sick. Animals licking themselves makes me want to murder everything in the near vicinity. For me it's mostly large dogs, but same. Also the sound of them drinking water is just as bad. People eating. Can't even stand the sound of myself eating. Yup. Chewing, lip smacking, swishing, gargling and gulping, swallowing. Back when I used to have cable, Scope and Listerine ran commercials where they'd have people swish, gargle and spit. It made my skin crawl. Slurping a drink, then swallowing loudly. Not the gulping sound. That weird squeaking noise made by plastic wrapping. Like a package with water bottles, or the sound of opening chip bags. Bringing home leftovers in styrofoam boxes kills me. I have to put them in the trunk. Deleted. Have you seen Get Out? Throat clearing. That one doesn't even slowly build anxiety, I immediately go nuclear. My daughter has a throat clearing nervous tick. She'll do it like, all day. Sniffling is my biggest one. The wetter and louder you sniffle, the more I want to jab a pencil in your eye. Hacking is almost as bad. Cowing's fine, it's just kinda gross, same thing with ralphing. And then second worst is gum chewing, cracking, popping, especially with their mouths open. It's slightly worse than a person eating regular food, and again, the wetter the sound the more I want to strangle them. The least annoying chewing sound is actually chips, because it's dry crunchy food even though it's way louder. I can't explain it, and babies animals eating doesn't bother me at all, just older people. It's so weirdly specific mouth and nose sounds. Man, my enemy. People chewing with their mouth open. Or crisps, apples and other noisy food. That sound guys make when they suck back snot and then hawk a loogie out the window or into a sink makes me want to vomit. Someone eating like a Neanderthal. Deleted. Audible breathing. Living is a struggle for me, haha. I will stay away from you then. I have asthma and a tendency to breathe very loudly. People chewing gum is the worst for me. It's the chewing and the wet sounds. Just disgusting, on top of being something my brain somehow recognizes as a threat. If I have to listen to long, I get that adrenaline rush feeling, and I have to get away before I start tearing people limb from limb. Snapping gum makes me want to rage. Whistling makes me want to punch people. I love whistling but hate when other people whistle. People sniffing gives me rage. My dog licking her crotch. I start gagging and get really distressed and have to leave the room. The amplified smack smack sound of people kissing on television. Worse yet when they are in bed kissing and talking at the same time. Why don't we smack join the smack smack Phillips Bridge smack club smack? Makes me want to kill them both, but all I can do is change the channel. Whispering, specifically the sibilants. Sibilants are the fucking silly bane of my existence. The sound inside someone's mouth when they are chewing and there's like air, I believe, in their mouth. Eating, kissing and snoring. They both send rage up my spine. You kissing is grotesque.